And hello, everybody. Welcome to Slovak Village. We are back for another stream. Made it to mid-spring. I was on here for quite a few hours, actually, earlier today, trying to get some stuff done. Hey, Will, Dodo, DB, Mark, James, and Dieselhead. How's everybody doing today? I think where we left it off, we had started some seed production. We now have plenty of seed. In fact, my seeder and planter are already filled up with that. Earlier today, I also picked up a fertilizer spreader, started the manure maker. So in fact, we're going to top the manure maker off with some product here in a little bit, but looks like we've got 37,000 liters of manure made up. And we are going to get the fertilizer production up and going here in a little bit. But before we do that, I wanted to head on down to the chickens and just see if the water valve had been finished by the plumber. Hadn't had a chance to go down there yet. Hey, Genetic. What's up? What's up, Darren? Well, it's synthetic poo. It's like, synthetic oil. It's got to be better, right? Alright, let's top these guys off. So they didn't take they didn't take much. Alright, we do have our water valve. And they are coming straight out of the house, apparently. Doesn't look like we need anything. Check the menu. Oh, we are full up. Sheep need some water. I suspect we're full up on water because it did rain most of yesterday. And one of the cool things with the water trough add-on, the animal extension add-on, is that if it rains, you can configure it so that the rain goes into the water trough. That's pretty cool. Hey, Fabio, what's up? Yeah. We need to get those sheep some water. Run up there real quick. It's pre-built into the map in the fact that if you activate it when you first start the map, you can make them build it. They're not pre-built. You have to have them built. Here we have this one. We got the valve, spout, got the piping, the water tank over there. There we go. So they're good to go. Run on food for now. I don't see the... Oh. How about sheep that don't make wool? Oh, it produces no wool. Here, let's buy a couple of these. There, now we'll get some wool. Now we'll see the wool. Eventually. Figure out where that goes. So I think we built it out. We have pigs? No, we don't have any pigs yet. Must have been on the other save. Oh, that's no good. Wonder what's different about Lone Oak. Maybe different mods? So some other happenings is I sold the harvester, headers, and the trailer. Figured we didn't need that. And we've got all of our fields plowed. So I sold the plow. And we've got all of our fields cultivated now. So there's a bit of a question as to if I keep the fiat or get rid of it. Kind of with the mindset to get rid of both of these and pick up a new cultivator next year. And, well, we don't need 3 tractors on the farm. Does it just shut off right away, or do you get to play it for a little bit and then it shuts off? Oh, you're on Walker Farms, Anthony. Made me think about that. Made me think about Millennial Farm map. I thought that was going to be part of the contest, right? Then they said after that wasn't ready, so they weren't going to put it in the contest. Well, the contest was what, back in June? Seriously, I don't remember. Was it June or July? But if it was June, or July, August, September, October, we're now 4 months past contest. Still haven't heard from it. If it was July, then it's just 3 months past. Still, he's saying that it's going to be part of the contest weeks up to the contest, and then it not be out 3 months or 4 months after the contest. You gotta wonder how much of that was smoke. Oh, they're aiming for December. Wait for a little bit and it shuts off. Like the computer itself shuts off. Not just the game. Entire PC turns off. That kind of sounds like it's overheating. I wouldn't know why that particular map would be pushing system performance any more than any other map. Oh my gosh, this is a long drive. Another reason to get rid of this tractor. Are you running the latest graphics drivers? It's an NVIDIA card. Well, this is what we were saying last night. BB was saying that you had to play with the Fiat, or I was saying the Fiat 1500, because it only goes 15 miles an hour. But AI people can get out of the way. Yeah, Anthony, we were speaking to Fabio on his issues. Hey, Chicago Spiked Gamer, what's up? Hey, Blue Jeans. Well, I can let you guys know I had a little bit of a failed experiment earlier today on this map. I leased a Kloss 5000, and I leased the big Limkin cultivator. And then I went with multiple missions, and I basically took out a whole bunch of cultivating contracts. We're down here. This is right across the farm. Kind of, this is the, I don't know what you call this. Call this waterway. But there's a nice area here to pull down. I thought the stone texture here with how it's blended. I thought that all looks really cool. At any rate, at least a Kloss 5000, at least a big Limkin cultivator, and I took out a whole bunch of cultivation contracts, and I was going to see how much money I could make. And I lost $10,000 because of the leasing expenses. The income on the contracts were always a little bit less than it took for me to do. So here is Kiwi. You're asking. You've got to come up here. You've got to buy it. Okay, and then it's got to build it. Then once it builds it, then it's there. What version of Seasons are you running? Say, pull down the latest beta. Pull down the latest beta. So the water trigger is over here in the corner. So Yeah, so I take everything out of the mod folder other than the map and seasons and see what happens. Thought I'd get a chrome tank. This, of course, is the LSFM Universal Tank Pack. Yeah, Fabio, I'd say take probably just seasons in the map. See if you can play for some period of time without it crashing. I'll tell you, Anthony, I have stopped actually suggesting maps to folks because everyone has so many different personal opinions on what makes a good American map that my idea of an American map isn't going to be always the same idea as someone else's idea of a good American map. Can't tell you how many times I've given somebody a suggestion and you go, yeah, but I like square fields. Or, yeah, but I don't like square fields. Or, yeah, I want this though, or I want that though. And it's like, well, if you don't give me all the details as to what you like, what you consider to be good, then you're just going to get my opinion, and my opinion is probably not going to be the same as your opinion. While that's filling, I mean, I would say any map that I play and put on the channel, I'm going to consider good. So, as far as American maps go, that would be Emerald Coast. We did the mountain map. What was that one called? I forget what the mountain map was called. We played that before Seasons came out. Played a little bit of Great Smoky Mountains edit by Darren. G&H has some interesting maps. They didn't really draw me in, but they drew Raz in pretty good. What's the mountain map? Something Montana. Turbo was playing it a lot. I played it a fair bit. You've got... So this thing takes grass. In the chamber that has the screw in it. I'll add that. We'll add a little straw to this. Black Mountain, Montana. Is that it? Yeah, that was it. Black Mountain, Montana. That's over at American Eagles Modding. That was more small farming. Just got a handful of fields and a big mountain. This silo's out of McKnight's silo pack. Right here. I thought since I needed some of this product before I had product of my own, just use the silo. Go. Oh, smoke. Then we'll get some manure. And we learned the other day that global company is what allows us to basically fill any heap with standard conveyor belts. Oh, we gotta get our tanker out of the way. It's good that it went on a diet because now it can be enjoyed by folks that don't have their own servers, right? While we're waiting on that to fill, see the poo animation coming out of the pipe. Fertilizer just takes manure in both bins and water. I'll have to put manure in the other side. We're waiting on that to fill up. We get one more load of water, and then we'll get the seeding. The map is just under the 1.7 gig limit. For upload to multiplayer maps, multiplayer servers. but the entire download is a lot, well, not a lot bigger, but the entire download is bigger than that. All right, Fabio, catch you later. We should be able to make some pretty sweet coin with fertilizing contracts. So we can make our own fertilizer pretty cheap. So we own a fertilizer spreader now. Well, DM Prax, it's got to be with the map because these are required placeables. These aren't just like, oh, we think you should use this tractor. These are buildings that are built into the map. That have been pulled out of the main map file in order to make the download fit within the file space limits of the multiplayer servers. It wouldn't make much sense to be uploaded anywhere else as standalone mods anyway. Man, you think I've done that once or twice. Be a little better at it. Now we're going to be magically making fertilizer. Mix seems a little weird, but yeah. Works. I don't need that. You can just back it up. Alright, let's see. So, all of our fields have been fallow. Pretty much no matter what we do, we're going to get the bonus. So we have chickens. Let's put barley in, because we'll use the straw for our other stuff. Let's just do barley. And then we'll do where's some grass fields? Field 3 is grass, and field 34 and field 38. 99, 60. Gosh. Can't afford that. We're going to have to put grass in another field. Might be that one across the street. Alright, so let's do barley. That is part of seasons. That animal screen is part of seasons. The most of the equipment that we're using here in this series is part of the starting equipment. You hit the the N key. $20,000, so 2 more trailers will empty this. Then I'll move the conveyor belt system over to the fertilizer. Control space will disable it. I'd rather do that. Oh yeah, but just don't put it on parking brake. Then you'll be fine. Go. While we're waiting on this, put some more. Oh, I didn't put corn in that one. All right, we'll come back when that one is. Need to come back and keep adding whole grain to pig food machine. So when we buy pigs, we'll have pig food. Need to plant potatoes for that. I think we're going to need to buy another field. Split our fields up a bit more. Force this trailer. Oh no, stop. Right. It's just standard in-game conveyor belts. Is South Island Farm over at Nexus? All right, let's look here at fields. We could split this field up. Potatoes. What's this thing need? Whole grain, potatoes, and water. That needs corn and grain, wheat or barley. All right, so let's go bring some down. Oops. It's my dump. So let's do corn. It's like seasons 1.1. The rotation is not tied to any given field. It's merely a planner. It's like a day planner. It's just showing you if you planted crops A, B, and C in that order, what your yield would be. You don't need to assign rotation 1 to field 6 or anything. So, like here, barley. Let's say we want to do barley. Sunflowers. Corn. Soybeans, and then fallow. Okay. So what this is saying is, this is assuming nothing has been planted before. Okay. This assumes this number, ignore that number for this one. We plant barley. Ignore that number. We plant barley, we get 100% yield. We plant sunflowers. So let's do this. So let's do barley, sunflower. Okay? So ignore that number. Plant barley. We plant sunflowers after barley. We'll get 8% greater yield as a result of that rotation. If we plant corn after barley and sunflowers, we get 14% more yield. If we plant soybeans immediately following corn, which was after barley and sunflowers, we'll actually lose 5% of the yield. If we then leave the field fallow for an entire year, then we plant barley again, we'll get a 20% bonus. Then if we plant sunflowers again, we get a 20% bonus. Then if we plant corn again, we'll be back to our 14%, minus 5%, and fallow. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5-year rotation right here. So there you go. So this is a dev version of Seasons. It's got a little different rotational planner. So expect that in the next release on the mod hub at some point. Same with the animal screen. It's all to get the things a bit more ready for console. There's probably been a good 10 or 15 releases of Seasons between what's on the mod hub and what I'm using here. And it's just a planner. If you choose not to use the rotation thing, it's up to you. Now, Seasons will affect the yield regardless. If you plan a bad rotation, you're going to get less yield if you use the planner or not. The planner just helps you map out and visually see what your yield could be as a result of a particular rotation. Right, so this animal screen was done to make it easier for consoles get the information, because you can see I have 200 chickens. I can scroll through each chicken if I want to. We've got 50 sheep. Then in the release of Seasons I have, they've explicitly disabled the animal screen in the main menu in favor of their own. So you kind of get a preview of what's to come with Seasons also. bit of a manual process, but it'll be well worth it to have pretty cheap pig food. For what this field costs, some $1,000. Holy cow! How about this one? Cheapest fields over here. This one had potatoes in it when I was doing the other play. Whoa, 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 running and stuff. So some time needs to pass on that. See how our cedar guy's doing. Go. So in theory, the ground should change color if you spray herbicide on it, just like it changes color with fertilizer, but sometimes it doesn't. You can always just spot treat weeds or just not worry about them. Let's go fill this up with seed before we head over to our before we go and put our grass in. Go. Hey, Sponzy, what's up? Go. Some grass in. Need to buy a potato planter. We're gonna do that. $150 horsepower. We're just going to put a couple passes of potatoes in. SpongeBob. Who doesn't watch themselves a good SpongeBob every so often? Going up here, let's just check. Oh, I wanted to do this. Transport company to the inn. I wanted to do some transport missions. See what they look like. I did indeed, Anthony. Did indeed. I think it was a two-parter. Yeah, it was definitely a two-parter because the whole first part was only the main farm. Right? Was that a different map I did a two-parter on? No. That was Hoff Bergman I did a two-parter on. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. Well, glad you could catch us live. It's all good. I wonder if are these movable? Oh, they're permanent. They're permanent, but we could surely wreck other plants inside. I thought you could buy boxes of potatoes. Oh, it must be. How late or early is it there? Yeah, we're on the east coast of the U.S., at least I am, so it's going on 10 p.m. Sunday night here. Oh man, you can tell this thing's heavy. Tractor had some serious tilt. You and Silent Snails are in the same time zone. It's that big jet. We're gonna have to put the weight on this. Okay. Good old whiskey. Yep, I got another weight over here. Why is it hard to watch? There we go. Oh. I get you. Still light in the front. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a heavier weight. Let's go see what kind of weight we have on the other tractor. Hey Conrail, what's up? That one looks bigger. That is 650. Oh, they're the same. All right, later, Darren. Just have to take it easy. If I put the front loader on here, I'll give it some extra weight. Oops. I'll give it a little extra weight. Take her easy. Take her easy. All right, we'll see how many passes we can get in. This. Oh no, this is not a map I made. This map is by Mr. Hector. Did the Slovak Village in Farm Sim 17. It's first released back in the mod contest for Farm Sim 17, and then was released in a later update named Rise of Industry with various production elements added to it. I definitely couldn't do this. I don't make maps, I just play them. Hire helper off to do that. So we have to go transport company. Let's see how much we have to transport. 3 pallets. We have to take it to the inn. Do I see a red dot? Oh, here's the inn right there. Inn is right here. Oh, we gotta drop it off right here by the garage. Someone left their radio out? Take that radio. Put in the trash can. Oh! And I put you in the trash can. Those are some very sturdy antennas. I don't know. How much is it worth wet? Swimming in this one. Just throw it in the water. 78%. Take a while for that to finish. There. Alright, let's go over here and do some more whole grain. I don't know how much of this whole grain is used by the ratio, by the mix, but I can tell you, it's going to take a while to fill that up. 20,000 liters, 30,000 liters of water, and 20,000 liters of sugar beets or potato. Oh, daggone it. I could have just planted sugar beets with the planter I got. Oh, well. We have the big one. That one going. Yeah, so here's the PDA. It's got lots of production, lots of global company stuff. Anything that's basically got the little blue icons on the PDA is production. I guess the pink looking silo icons are train silos. There's a little sheep area, there's a pig area, and a main industrial cow area there. Hey Raz, what's up? I want to bring everyone's attention to the latest 500 sub YouTuber there, Raznik. If you haven't checked his channel out, go click that exclamation mark in the upper right corner. He's doing a very interesting new series on public TV, low budget TV, what is it called? Over on Nebraska lands. Done some really good role playing on Emerald Coast and other maps. Dare I say he's one of the most undersubbed farm sim tubers out there. Let's see if we can get him to 1,000 subs in half the time that it took him to get to 500. His program is going to get picked up and syndicated. It's public access TV, right? See, while I just sit here and play the game, Raz makes a whole story up. Some giant production. Clearly, he's put a lot of thought in it. Has anyone ever done like a yield study on potatoes? Like you put in 1,000 liters of potatoes in the ground. How many 1,000 liters of potatoes do you get out? Well, if you would nerd out a little less good, then it wouldn't be worth bragging about. What are you talking about, David? Grow up. Something. Oh, you're talking about the potato yield? Oh no, I didn't see any videos like that on it. Well, if I ever remember, right? Like I'm going to remember this, but if I remember, we'll know how much we put in the ground because we put one grimy potato seeder planter worth in the ground. We'll see how much we get out of the ground. The show's called American Farmer, Anthony, so you'll have to ask DirecTV if they get American Farmer from WFRM. I think it'd be better better letting a hired helper do this. Finish. Let's look at this. So this is a 150 favorites. Let's see here. What if I made this a? I make this 150 horsepower. 130. Daggone it. Dagnabbit. 140. Let's go to next smallest one. 205. $205 front loader. So that's 151,000 dineros. I'd have to sell both of my tractors to make up for that. Now, I don't need these seed refill tanks because I'm making my own seed, so I could sell those. Sell the seed refill tank. I don't need it. Sell that. We'll keep that because we can get herbicide, liquid fertilizer from there, easy enough. Yeah, we'll do that once we get these two planted. Where you going, dude? You know me, I'm going to sell this cedar once we've planted our crops for the year. No reason to keep it around. We'll buy another one later. Trying to figure out what we're going to plant in that other field. Got standard crops here. Check the geo out. Can't double crop anything. The canola's always been a good money maker for me. Maybe we'll put canola in that field over there. Should we go with corn? Should put corn over there and chaff it. Moo cows. Maybe we'll do that. All right, Anthony. Catch you later. Hey, Raz, have been watching me some RDR2 videos today. Getting excited. Tuesday will be a week. Hey, Kendall, what's up? Yeah, Kevin, a year and a month later, we finally get it on PC. All you console players will be like, duh, you just do this, you do that. Schooling me. Well, you need to watch the, we did one on Black Mountain, Montana. Did one on, well, still working on one on Emerald Coast. We just got to get back to it. Yeah, I mean, I was watching, oh, good. Potato planter is done. I was watching all kinds of videos related to kind of the add-ons, the Easter eggs, the other stuff. Are you back? There you go. That's what we did with one tank full. Yep, there should be a playlist for all of them. So we have fertilizer now. Let's fill this with fertilizer. Kendall, we don't know when seasons will make their way to console. No idea. Off we go with corn. The auto belt, the Stevie belt did not work that well. Since this map is a global company map, global company makes it so you can use the regular in-game belts with heaps. So you can see here I've got the regular S710, the regular Quantum. I've got this is that belt that picks up from triggers. I'm not using that one. I'm not using Stevie's autoload belt. Just using the standard in-game belts. David, well, Dynamic Mud will arrive when, I guess it technically will arrive when Nebraska Lands is released. Nope, trigger one doesn't work. I tried them on the other save before we activated seasons over at the quarry. Once we're done this, we will unload the cedar, sell the cedar, and we'll pick up our little flatbed, pick up our front loaders. We'll go haul that contract. So I think DB is actually streaming. He's streaming Nebraska Lands now, I think. So his streams may be a little bit more adult in nature. No, not anymore. That was a mighty short stream. So darn popular. It's all the ladies trying to set up their dates this week. Oh, of course, you don't have a flippin' front loader attachment. No, there's no way to hire a worker for the baler that I know of. Oh, you getting a? You gonna have a job conflict or something? Back. Oh, that's good luck, right? Kindle's on console, Raz. Let's go do a transport. Which will actually be convenient because then we can take this tractor, front loader arms, down to the shop and sell them. Guess we'll need to come back and get the cedar. Oh. Maybe someone will release a harvester edit that has a hitch on the back. Completely unrealistic, but for the folks that want to do that kind of thing. Yeah, being on the hunt for a job, that could be a scary thing. I never said I played 100% realistic. No, I don't watch the news at all. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy that would play, 100% first person or anything. Yeah, that is a big the challenge is definitely much more difficult. You know, the more people you're responsible for, right? All right, trying to. Let's say we're going to just have to reach up to it before I can. All right, let's go to the end. Oh no, I'm not. DB, definitely not for sure. Be going back to Emerald Coast once Nebraska testing is done. Tomorrow night we're going to be back on Ballydorn. Bally. Genetic J knows the name of the map. I forget it. Ballydorn, I think that's what it is. I was calling it Bally Moon by accident the other day, I think. We'll be back on that one. Regretfully, we couldn't stream our regular scheduled stream on that map on Thursday. Had a bit of a small family emergency problem. Assuming that doesn't crop up again, we will be back on Ballydorn tomorrow. And whoa! So far, our traffic is behaving very nicely. Had about 5 hours on this map earlier today, and traffic behaved very nice. Have any traffic jams? I never said these containers needed to be unbroken. Filling this thing up a lot. Is there any work when map will... Oh, word. Word. Right now, the map author for This map is trying to work through a few things that Giants has relayed back to him. Some of it doesn't make a lot of sense. And when he asks for further clarification, he basically doesn't get further clarification. I think there's a big language barrier problem with Giants trying to explain things in any language other than their own. Not that the map author isn't understanding him. The more that the Giants, or whoever's trying to feed them feedback at Giants, is very bad at giving feedback in general. For example, basically asking if the map author has written authorization from model authors to use their models in the map. And when asking for clarification as to which models they are looking for, Giants cannot name or describe any of the models for which they are seeking that information on. And as some folks may know, some models, now be it with Farm Sim 19 and the different shaders, this will kind of end soon, I guess, but some models could go back as far as 5 years. And who actually made the model could be completely unobtainable at this point. And guess what? Those models have probably been included on maps over those 5 years, all over the place, including additional maps that are already on the Giants Mod Hub. Other models the map author himself has created, so he doesn't even know if they're asking if, let's say, the Seed Maker, which is a model that he created, if they're not asking, well, do you have, authorization from the creator of the Seed Maker himself? But he's just trying to work through some things. It looks a lot like Farmer Andy's, but he remodeled it. In the original version I had, it was Farmer Andy's. Then he rebuilt that. He rebuilt the basically the pig food star and the whole grain thing. Well, maybe I'm using the wrong terminology. Let's see, let's sell this. That. Yeah, we'll sell that one. And we'll sell that. Two. It is Get these. Should we go full on? No. Those. Buy those. This. There we go. And we're off. So what I know is that basically the original upload sent to Giants. Original version I had when I first showed off the first stream. Traffic jams. It did have the Farmer Andy stuff. Then basically Giants was like, you know, called those out specifically. So supposedly reached out to Farmer Andy, supposedly heard back after a few days that yeah, that was fine. But in the meantime, went into Blender and basically made his own. Basically reproducing them. Oh. We get a lot more money selling this thing and back at the shop. Sorry, Daz, I can't upload the map. It's not mine to upload. That off. Holds that weight off awful high. Off he goes. See, let's see here. Let's go here. They only wanted. We're gonna get $73,000 for this thing. I just sold it out right here. I need a plaque. I don't have a plaque. I don't think I get a plaque until I have, like, a lot of subs. I'm in Virginia, just a bit north. We've got just about 10 more minutes. Definitely can't run long tonight. Got a busy morning. What time is it there? What time is it tomorrow? Mid-morning? Early morning? "8:21 a.m. Monday morning." Right, so you're going to give me $88,000. Sell it down here. Is in the future. Another one of those time travelers. Just seed pallet up. Drop this weight off. It's front loader arms. The weight. Then more appropriately the arms. Tomorrow night we're going to be on Ballydorn. I've been waiting for GTX to give me something I can use to bet, but nobody, no go on that. Well, there goes the idea of not going to be able to do fertilizer until, where's my truck? Here. Ford pickup. What? What about this truck? This truck's in game. You're supposed to give me the lead on sports scores and lotto numbers. But you're a future traveler. Just like Daz is. Yep. Be able to fertilize our fields next time we're on. Checking out the handiwork here. Almost a full day's gone by. Oh, look, I got a 12-volt accessory plug. Looks like I got a little cooler in the back. What that is, a little handle on a little cooler. There's my PTO buttons there. 540, 1,000. It's okay. I haven't been able to get back on Emerald Coast for a while. Thought about getting on it today, but then I thought, no, I guess I could probably spend some time on this map and get caught up. Not get caught up, but move the game on a little bit before the next stream. Alright guys, that is where we are going to stop it for the night. We come back on this map on Wednesday. We'll have the rest of this planted out to about here. Leave a little bit of a buffer between these crops. Need to get these things fertilized. That one's already fertilized. We need to fertilize our other plantings. So we might need to do a little herbicidal spray on those. Everything. But tomorrow we'll be on Ballydorn. Starting that map out. Start a whole new game save on that because we used that to show off the class DLC last week, but we're going to start afresh on that tomorrow night. So until next time, happy farming, guys.